confess before Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, and this is your United Wrestling Alliance setting the standard. Main event. We're live.
Look, it's the world champion.
He's not the world champion.
That is tough right there.
Yes, you want to do
It says UWA heavyweight champion. That's what it says. It's Dave White. Who's Dave White? I've never heard of Dave White.
The Gavin Evans and Winant here to commentate this main event, and you know, at Mr. Wrestling 17, you know that you have to admit to the fact that Brian Brass stole that belt from Dave Wyatt. The name is right there. Dave Wyatt beat ASAP for the title. There's been no title changes since then. Brian Brass is not the champion.
Then how come he has the belt?
He stole it.
Not moron.
However, this is Brian Brass's big chance to get the belt. And Brian Brass has vowed if he does not become UWA Heavyweight Champion in this contest, he will quit the United Wrestling Alliance.
But he has the belt.
He does have the belt.
But he's not a champion. Yeah, he is. He's the champion. Coming out right now. It says UWA Heavyweight Champion.
Dave White it says. Anyways, picking up now. Soon we're about to see the real heavyweight champion come to ringside. And here he is, the Belgian champion.
Who's this guy?
And you have a gay bandana!
Yeah, you suck.
That is actually kind of a gay bandana.
Nice belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall is your UWA Setting the Standard 2004 main event. It is a best 2 out of 3 falls match. The first fall is a regulation match set for one fall. The second fall is a first blood match. And the third fall, if necessary, is an I Quit match. Your referee for this contest, Chris Montebureau.
Tornado.
And now introducing the participants. First, the challenger from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He is a former UWA regional champion, hardcore champion, and tag team champion.
Heavyweight.
He has requested to be introduced today as the real UWA heavyweight champion. This is First Class Brian Brass.
You suck, Brass!
And now, introducing his opponent. Since March 28th, 2004, he has been the reigning and defending, undefeated and undisputed UWA heavyweight champion. From Port Stanley, Ontario, Canada, here is the Outlaw, Dave Winant.
Cheers! Clap, clap, clap!
New way of requesting some soda before the match, and he gets it.
Oh, here we go, the belt maker show.
Let's get in.
Outlaw Dave Winant, First Class Brian Brass. If there was ever a definition of hate, you could arguably make it so here. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are about to see is not going to be a straight-up wrestling match. It couldn't even be considered a match. This is going to be a no-holds-barred fight.
They met in the main event of Armageddon 5, the biggest show ever, as the best of friends. And now they meet here at Setting the Standard as the worst and most bitterest of enemies.
Terrible. Terrible to see wrestling go debilitated.
Brass actually goes on the brain and realized the Outlaw is nothing but a loser, only holding him down.
No loser. A man's been heavyweight champion since freaking Brawl for All.
Excuse me, Brass has the belt.
Brass just knocked the Outlaw down, and with it, the Outlaw wrenched out further.
Maybe I was mistaken. They are both very proficient wrestlers, and they're not going to let that get the better of them.
We are in for a long, grueling, brutal match here.
And they're just feeling each other out at this point. Outlaw seems to be picking the body part of the arm, which is actually very familiar when he worked on Brian Brass's shoulder at their first encounter on Meltdown last year.
Good memory, son.
I tried. I really
Brian
likes
Brass
that.
Brian Brass coming to break that waist lock. Not happening.
Now he gets it.
Oh, into a hammerlock. And I remember, look at the contenders that either one of these men, whichever one. Oh, big hammerlock kickdown. Oh, the Outlaw with that big closed fist. Oh, nip up there by the Outlaw.
I wish I were as cool as him.
Thank you.
And here we go.
Like I said,
Circling
just
each
filling
other.
each other out here. One keeps getting a little bit better of the other, and then they stand off.
Headlock down by the Outlaw.
Tight headlock.
Slimmer, you'll notice that the challengers that these two men will face, Big Dan Winant has won the Overheart Memorial Tournament and thus number one contender for a heavyweight title, as is HDX by winning the Ultimate Turmoil match.
So two number one contenders right now and two disputed heavyweight champions. Nothing else. Leapfrog goes to the hip toss, takes down the
That was
Outlaw Dave Ryan has to keep in mind, eventually someone's going to figure out whenever they go for a hip toss on, they're going to try to do that.
That was locked.
2, 3.
What happened again? Trust me.
Oh, you're good.
So in other words, you're not supporting Brian Brass's count of the whole. In other words, you're an Outlaw Dave Ryan. No, I heard what you said, Mr. Gavin.
You're retarded.
Going for a dragon suplex, but he blocks it here.
Oh, the Outlaw!
Down with an arm drag. Line going for a German. Susie's back on. Actually, elbow would break that up. That one did. And right back on the arm here, rolls over onto it. Good arm bar. Ooh, drives to the mat. Now he should fold it over and stomp on it.
That would be a good thing to do. Outlaw's got a lot of class. I don't know if you do that.
Top wrist lock here with Brian Brass now getting the better of it.
Brian's
Bend
got
over his
class.
knee.
Did you say Brian Brass has class? He's no class.
Now this is smart. Not only did he seize the headlock, but he couldn't control the arm the whole time to take him down with a very nice arm.
Did not.
Very true.
And now he's got the other arm and making him almost choke himself out here. Referee better check that, make sure it's legal. Obviously it's legal hold.
Referee Chris Montemuro, a unbiased referee, unlike referee slash douchebag Nick Nova.
Nick Nova.
Yeah, we have. Now we have a copy.
Oh yes, that's right.
Who needs to wrestle like this? Oh, big drop kick by the Outlaw.
Surprising height.
Outlaw whips up Brett.
He went flying on that one and pop into the pool.
You know what the best part about this match is going to
What's the best part of this
That's
match?
a short arm line.
be? We get to see Brian Brass destroy the Outlaw.
He's back
twice in a row.
again.
Are you saying you beat Brian Brass?
Olympic takedown.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Brass and Outlaw showing just
But then again,
complete mastery of the sport of wrestling here.
it's kind of a shame. I was hoping to hear the Outlaw scream, "I quit," like a little girl.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that, Mr. McGavin. In his match comments with Brian Brass, he said he's not even worried about entering an I Quit match in the again because he says he wants to take the Outlaw down in 2 falls.
Brian Brass was in an I Quit match and almost got his legs sawed off.
Well, I was. Well,
And
I quit after that too.
that I Quit match is arguably one of the most brutal, if not the most brutal match in UWA history.
I don't remember the Outlaw Dave Ryan ever being in an I Quit match.
No, but he won.
Maybe if it goes to 3 falls, the advantage would be to Brian Brass.
That's true, but he has been in a myriad of very hard-hitting matches, such as the Sledgehammer pole match, Kamikaze match, and I'm sure there were many others that just aren't coming to mind.
Dog collar match.
The dog collar match, yes, that was quite hard.
Give up.
He just said that.
I'm bringing for you right now.
Brian Brass was not only in the I Quit match, but was hardcore champion for a good amount of
This is
time.
very true. So Brian Brass is very familiar with the hardcore ways.
1, 2.
Kicks. The Outlaw just kicked Brian Brass across the ring.
That's the line.
Oh my goodness!
Levels it with a brick house lariat.
Brian Brass.
I don't know why it's a brick house lariat. Probably because I want it to be.
There you go.
Sends him off now. Brass going for a back drop. Boots him up. Coming off. What's going to hit here? Oh, ducks his line.
Big neck breaker.
Very smart move by Brass.
Brass had that one well scouted.
Brian Brass has a myriad of neck breakers he can use against you.
That's true. I think nowadays in wrestling, everyone has to know when they go down for a backdrop, they have to have a count of first thing on their mind if their opponent goes to do something. Backdrops always being counted.
Not unless you're Ric Flair.
That's true.
Brian Brass.